Hey heroes, horror lovers, support the channel to help us continue.
Here's a chilling story based on folklore and real-life accounts of supernatural experiences in graveyards, the haunted graveyard of Bachelor's Grove. The haunted Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, a story of ghosts and supernatural encounters. In the southwest suburbs of Chicago, there lies an abandoned cemetery called Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, infamous for being one of the most haunted locations in the United States. This small, seemingly quiet cemetery is surrounded by dark woods and a stagnant lagoon, giving it an eerie atmosphere. Over the years, numerous visitors have reported terrifying encounters with the paranormal, ghostly apparitions, strange lights, and even sightings of shadowy figures lurking among the graves. The haunting history of Bachelor's Grove has made it a focal point for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. The cemetery's origins. Bachelor's Grove was established in the early 1800s, originally serving as a small burial ground for early settlers in the region. It's unclear how the cemetery got its name, but one legend suggests that it was named after a group of unmarried men who once lived in the area. By the 1950s, however, the cemetery had fallen into disuse and disrepair. Many of the graves were vandalized, and headstones were either stolen or knocked over. This desecration of the cemetery is believed to be one of the reasons why it became so haunted. Legends of the Grove. Many legends surround Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, and they all share one common theme: spirits trapped between the world of the living and the dead. Some of these spirits are said to be malevolent, while others seem lost and confused. One of the most famous legends is the White Lady or Madonna of Bachelor's Grove. Visitors to the cemetery have reported seeing the ghostly figure of a woman, often dressed in a flowing white gown, wandering through the graveyard, cradling an infant in her arms. She is said to be searching for her lost child, forever roaming the cemetery in sorrow. A photograph taken in 1991 by a paranormal research group captured what appears to be a woman sitting on a tombstone, though no one present at the time had seen her. The eerie, spectral image only added to the legend's mystique. The Phantom House. Another spine-chilling phenomenon reported by visitors to Bachelor's Grove is the Phantom House. Many people claim to have seen a house deep in the woods near the cemetery, but when they approach it, the house disappears. The strange thing is, descriptions of the house are always similar: a white farmhouse with a porch, surrounded by a picket fence. Some people have even described the house glowing faintly, as if bathed in an otherworldly light. Those who have tried to reach it often lose their way or feel an overwhelming sense of dread as they get closer. It's unclear what the house represents, but some believe it could be a manifestation of the afterlife, while others think it's a replay of a tragic event that took place in the past, possibly involving the death of a family who lived there long ago. The ghostly farmer and his horse. Another famous haunting associated with Bachelor's Grove involves the ghost of a farmer and his horse. According to local lore, in the late 1800s, a farmer was plowing his field near the cemetery when something startled his horse. Both the farmer and the horse fell into the nearby lagoon and drowned. Since then, visitors have reported seeing a ghostly figure of a man with a horse emerging from the water, walking silently along the edge of the lagoon before vanishing into thin air. Some people claim to hear the faint sound of hooves splashing through the water, even though no one is there. Strange lights and orbs. Bachelor's Grove is also known for strange lights that appear in the woods and the cemetery itself. These lights, often described as glowing orbs, appear to float among the trees or hover above the graves. Paranormal investigators who have visited the site with high-tech equipment have captured these lights on video, but they cannot be explained by natural causes. Some believe the orbs are the spirits of the dead, while others think they are energy forms created by the intense emotions tied to the cemetery. The lights are often accompanied by a feeling of intense cold, even on warm days, and some visitors have reported feeling an unseen force pushing them or brushing past them. A place of dark rituals. In addition to ghostly encounters, there have been reports of dark rituals taking place at Bachelor's Grove. The cemetery's isolation made it a gathering spot for occultists and those involved in satanic rituals during the 1960s and 1970s. Local residents claimed to hear strange chanting coming from the woods at night, and visitors found evidence of ritualistic activity, such as inverted pentagrams and animal sacrifices. This dark energy may have contributed to the cemetery's paranormal activity, fueling the legends of rest.
Modern-day encounters. Despite its abandoned and overgrown state, Bachelor's Grove continues to attract people seeking out the paranormal. Ghost hunters and thrill seekers have recorded eerie encounters that include disembodied voices, footsteps in the empty graveyard, and the sensation of being watched. Some have left the cemetery feeling ill or disoriented, as if they were under the influence of a malevolent force. One particularly disturbing encounter involved a group of paranormal investigators who felt as though they were being followed by an unseen presence. As they walked through the cemetery, they reported hearing whispers, as if someone was speaking just behind them. One investigator claimed to have seen a pair of glowing red eyes staring at him from the darkness of the trees, only to vanish when he turned his flashlight toward them. The enduring mystery. Despite the many attempts to debunk the stories of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, the site remains a place of mystery and fear. Whether the hauntings are caused by the desecration of the graves, the tragic events tied to the area, or simply the eerie atmosphere of an abandoned graveyard, one thing is certain: Bachelor's Grove Cemetery has earned its reputation as one of the most haunted places in America. To this day, visitors continue to report strange and unexplainable experiences, and the legends of the ghosts who roam the graveyard endure, captivating and terrifying all who dare to enter its grounds. Bachelor's Grove serves as a reminder of how some places can become forever tied to the spiritual realm, where the line between the living and the dead becomes hauntingly blurred.